Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, you reached Business Central Musings on YouTube. We what we try to learn here is about Business Central, and we're not focusing only on materials for developers or for consultants or for users. I am really trying to help everyone, regardless of what is your area of expertise. If you didn't see the channel yet, let me show it to you. I just type youtube.com at Business Central Musings video, but if we take the video out, we should have the main page, the landing page for my channel, and then if you want to see the videos, you have them here. Lately, I mean since spring, I think, we can find out exactly 2 months ago, which is probably June. I started to cover topics that are tested in the exam, the certification exam for AL developers. AL is the language used to customize Business Central, and since the beginning of this year, 2024, Microsoft introduced a new certification exam. The code name for Business Central exam, AL development exam, is MB Mike Bob 820, and that's been our the content of my YouTube channel in the last few months, and I will continue because the materials are what this exam is covering is so rich. So there is lots of things to do, and I'm sure, just like I am collaborating with interns and my co-workers at my present employer, I'm sure there are people out there watching my channel and not knowing a lot about Business Central and about AL. And I'm hoping this playlist, MB-820, it is helpful to a few of you out there. So if we were to go back to MB-820, it's the easiest way to get into this page is in Google or your favorite browser. In my case, my favorite is Microsoft Bing. Search for MB-820, and the first link that comes up, it is about this exam. If we click on it, we can read a little about what this exam covers, but let's go to where we left, to the deploy and configure Microsoft Business Central package learning path. And in here we did administer Dynamics 365 Business Central Online in the previous videos. Let's go today into the create new companies, and we're gonna try to cover some of this topic dealing with new companies, because it's, if you have a few years experience with Business Central or Dynamics NAV, it's quite simple, this topic, how to create a new company. There are a few ways, and we're going to go through how we create new companies. But what if you're completely new or quite new to Business Central? What does this new company process involve? and what's a company in Business Central. That's even a better question we should cover in these first minutes about companies in Business Central or Dynamics NAV. So I don't know if you guys seen anything about, if you've heard or seen the demo database from Microsoft. The database is AdventureWorks, and it's usually deployed with SQL Server. But if you were to install or to restore that database, you can download it. Quite simple. Let's open up a new tab and search for AdventureWorks. I don't really need the schema, but I want to see. Let's see if we have SQL Server here. SQL Server Management Studio. No, we don't have it. But I'm gonna have a link in my in this video, a link that will take you to my blog site, and I'll put some screenshots in my blog site about AdventureWorks and about the structure of how the tables in this database look like. And you will see that the way the database is structured in AdventureWorks, it's in schemas. So you're gonna see a schema called person, you're gonna see a schema called human resources, and so on, a DBO schema. Well, with Business Central, the way the system is set up and designed is that the database, the Dynamics NAV or Dynamics Business Central database, has a set of tables that pretty much are used by each company, and each company comes with the same set of tables. For example, if I have a company ABC, I'm gonna have in the company ABC a table called customer. And the way the name, you can find it in SQL Server Management. If you look inside database, you're gonna find something like DBO is the schema, then the name of the table, the name of the company, which is ABC, and then the $sign, and then the name of the table, customer. And if it happens that the customer has extensions, we have a customer extension or more than one customer extensions. Maybe there are two ISVs producing extensions for the customer table. You're also going to find a table called dbo.customer ABC $sign customer, and then the GUID of the extension. Before we could have many, before meaning like a year ago, and since this whole paradigm shift with extensions, table extensions, we could have more than one ABC $sign customer GUID, which is the GUID of the extension. I could create a customer extension, another ISV could create another customer extension, and you could have multiple customer extensions for customer table, for the base table customer. But since last year, Microsoft changed the platform so that we have only one customer extension, which it contains all the custom fields from all the extensions for that customer table. I don't want to spend too much time on that because the topic of today is how to create new companies. I just wanted to explain a little the structure of how a Business Central database is structured. There is one schema, DBO, compared to other databases, but a number of tables that are unique to the database and are shared by all the companies, like users. There is a dbo.users a table in Business Central, but we also have a set of tables that are under each company. So we can have, if we have 3 companies, we're going to have 3 times 6 tables, where X is the number of tables that are needed for each company. Let's go now into the lesson and talk a little about new companies. So company is the main bucket where your data is. As I mentioned before, you can have, if you have 3 customers, three companies, each company is going to have its own customers table, but and its own general posting setup and its own items table. What is important to distinguish is that each company has 2 types of data: master data, like customers, vendors, and items, and we can have a second type of tables called setup tables. And pretty much all the modules or all the features that Microsoft comes up with, or we develop, will have these 2 types of tables: setup tables and master data tables. So let's go into into a V25 environment, and let's chat a little about new companies. So to create a new company, there are 2 ways. You can start searching here in the global search for companies, and you can do it from here. As you can see, I have 2 companies, and these are by default. When you start a new sandbox, that's what you get. You get the Kronos USA, if you are in USA, and my company. But if you want to create a new one, you click on well, you can try to click on plus new, and that's gonna give you an error. To create a new company, choose the create new company button. So that's not the right way. So let's go to companies again and click on the drop down list and create new company. Alright, so that's one way, and we're gonna see what type of companies we can create in the next steps. But the other way, even faster, instead of searching, you go to my settings, into settings, my settings, and then click on the lookup here and search for new, and then create new company. And let's try it this way. So we click on create new company. We get here a wizard page that's going to take us through a few steps to create a new company. We click on next, and we see here 2 fields. One, it's a drop down with a few values, and another one, which is mandatory, it is the name of the company. So I can say let's say evaluation sample data. What does that say? contains everything you need to evaluate the product for companies with standard processes. For example, sample invoices and ledger entries allow you to view charts and reports. Install the Contoso demo data app on top of the default sample data. So let's say sample data YouTube. Let's click on next. You can add users if you want that have access to this company. If you want to give access to specific users from your source company, but actually users are outside of any company, so you bring them from Microsoft 365 in Business Central, and they are shared with all the companies. But we don't want to add anything here. We just we selected one. Obviously that guy, the admin, has access to all companies, and we click on finish, and that's going to take a few minutes, and after a few minutes we should be prompted with the fact that the company is finished creating. We can review the other types of creating new companies. So we can create a new company. Again, we can use only setup data only. Just data, just setup data. And we can click next, and finish. And the message is that it's set up, but it's still gonna take a while until its status is completed. So we did sample data with Kronos data, setup only, advanced evaluation, complete sample data, and let's see what this one does. Creates a company with advanced functionality scope containing everything you need to evaluate the product for companies with advanced processes. For example, sample items customers allow you to start posting right away. So that's a bit more evolved than the first option. And there is also the option of creating new node data. Let's create that. Type. Okay, let's spell that right. Node data has been completed. The sample data, it's still in progress, and the just setup data also still in progress. So even though it says here my settings, only one is left in progress, the rest are finished. The just setup data is completed, node data is completed, and sample data YouTube is completed. And we are in sample data, and we can see we have the customers. We also have vendors in the sample data YouTube, and if we were to look at chart of accounts, the data should be here as well. And if we look at posting setup, general posting setup, we've got the rules in here as well. So that's what we have in sample data YouTube. Let's look at just setup data. We saw that. Let's look again into just setup data. And as you can see, just setup data is what the name says, is just setup. We don't have any master data. We checked customers. It's nothing. Let's see items. Chart of accounts. Nothing. Actually, we do have the chart of accounts. So just setup data contains the chart of accounts. What's not going to contain is the master data, which we just mentioned. We haven't seen anything, the customers, vendors, items. Okay. Next is we don't really. What I don't like is that we don't have a marker here. Like we need to click on the drop down and choose the company. So it would be nice if we can mark it or set up a color for each of these environments. So let's do that next. For that, we need to go into the company information and set up badges for each of the company. And we are here in the, as I said, in the just setup data, I think. Just setup data, I can see it in here in the string. And we can see it also here, it's selected. So let's choose a company badge. We take custom badge. Let's put red. Just set up. Okay, there is also a user experience field here. If you really want to know more about it, click on the field and the tooltip comes up. Specify which UI elements are displayed and which features are available. The setting is applied to all users. Essential shows all actions and fields for all common business functionality. Premium shows all actions for business functionality, including manufacturing and service. So if you want to use or try, this is a trial environment for me. So if I want to really choose try the manufacturing, I would have to choose the plan from here to premium. Taxes, everything basically that this company is going to use from a tax perspective, all kinds of settings. Tax area code, bank account posting group, shipping. If this company uses a certain location for shipping, we can add a shipping location in here, and some other fields like when the shipping is open, when you can ship to this location. And then this is the address of the company. You can set up a logo here by clicking on the picture. The only thing we've done here was to set up the badge, because this is the only thing actually covered in the MB-820 about new companies. So that's good enough for me for now. You see the company now, the system now switched so that it can show you the new badge, the setup. Let's go to no data. and do the same for node data, and choose maybe a different color and a different text decoration for this node data company. No data. Let's take this one out. And again, as we try to escape from that page, it will show, it will basically reload the application, and we can see now that the node data and the just setup data have now a color, a badge associated with it. Let's switch to sample. Blue, and let's choose sample. We attempt to exit, and it should give us a light blue. Yes, we can see now the light blue here. So we've got the red, the yellow, and the blue for those three types of, for those three companies. Okay. So if we go to, let's see, not to the sample, let's go to the node data YouTube, because we have to start preparing this environment. It has no data, it has no master data, it has no posting. So how do we do that? Well, we load a worksheet configuration or worksheet page, and there is nothing in here. Therefore, maybe we need to go into a company that has some data. Let's go to sample data. And let's open up config packages. Worksheet, configuration worksheet, and we see here a bunch of tables, and we also see here a few other fields that are interesting to note. Let's move back here. Package exists, page ID, license table, number of records, copying available, licensed page. Specifies whether the page that is associated with the table is licensed. So we could potentially copy in a company that doesn't have data, the data from a company that has data. So to do that, we go to prepare and copy data from company, and we say let's copy it from Kronos, into this current company, but that's not going to work. So why it's not working? Because we already have data in here. It's sample data, so we do need to go to let's say just setup data. Let's switch to just setup data, because the node data doesn't have even the configuration worksheet, so we can't really do it that way. We go to configuration worksheet, and we see the same thing we've seen. This is just setup data. That means we should not have anything in the customers, for example. Yeah, and we don't have anything. So let's move back to config worksheet. And we're going to go to prepare, copy data from company, and we are setting up here to copy the data from Kronos, but we could switch between other companies. We could, for example, choose sample data, but Kronos is good. Kronos has almost everything we need, and the system will display here what tables have data, are licensed to copy the data, and the target doesn't have that data. If we look at the page filter, for example, we see is a table, the line is a table, it's part of the configuration line. The company is just setup data, that's my current company, and the source company is Kronos. Number of records in my current company is 0. Number of records in the source is not 0. License table is yes, and copy available is yes. So well, let's try it again. Prepare, copy data from company, and we can even say here, let's say I want only master data, so no tax, and then click copy. That should allow us to see now in the customer some records, and here we go. We can see now the Kronos customers in here. Config if I could spell configuration worksheet. What other things I want to look here? Let's close the page inspection. What else do we have here? We have prepare, get tables, get related tables, delete duplicate lines, Excel. We can import from a template, export to template. Yeah, you can try the configuration worksheet for attempting to copy from a company that has data into a company that needs data. And that should cover us for everything needed for the new company's lesson in for MB-820. Let's go to check your knowledge here and check this. There are two questions. how can you start the procedure to create a new company? In the search bar, type in assisted setup. Nah, we didn't do anything assisted setup. Create a new company in Microsoft 365 Administration Center. We didn't go there. If you decide to add a company to your business center, you can use the create new company assisted setup wizard to get you started. The setup wizard is available from companies window and from the lookup in the company field in my settings. And that, I think, is the answer. But let's just read the last option here. Use the search function to open the company's page. In the ribbon, click new and enter the company name. Log out and log in again. That we saw it doesn't work. How can you create a company for testing purposes that contains demo data? Select the production setup option in the create new company. How can you create a company for testing purposes that contains demo data? Well, setup data means no demo data. No master data. Select the evaluation sample data in the create new company. I think this is the right one. Ask the partner to create. No, you don't want to ask the partner. It is currently not possible to create a company that contains demo data out of the box. I mean, you can ask the partner, but it's going to cost you money. Is it not possible to create a company that contains demo data out of the box? Well, that's false. So let's just check the answers, and both answers are right. All right. I want to end up with a few administrative things. Well, as I said, I just came back from vacation, and I'm slowly getting back to my normal flow, normal rhythm, and I'll start publishing more YouTubes about MB-820 mainly, but also I want to cover what's going on with version 25, because as we saw, we looked at the sandbox version 25. We didn't highlight anything different yet. That's an incoming video. And then October 12 to 15, I think, this is Dynamics Summit North America. That's a conference. I'll be there in San Antonio. If you want to see me, get your ticket if you didn't get your ticket yet. If you got your ticket, please come to my session. I have a session with Steve Endow. He is another Business Central MVP, and we're going to talk about ad hoc analysis, which is a cool topic, a topic that if you are on the end users, is going to save you money. And with that, I think there is one more thing. I'm going to have a great news for users of Business Central, but that not today. I'm just mentioning it because it's going to come in the next week or so. That great news for Business Central users, and not only users, functional consultants and developers can also benefit from that news. With that, thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you again in my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.